play action here on first down. And he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a play fake here on first down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 62 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And
I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. Finishes 6th in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards. But how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining, fantastic season, over 1,000.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Terrell Suggs. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's a first down run with Collins. A second nice move, a spin. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, Jackson steps away to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Mario Addison able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and 1 there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Taking it in from the 20. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano out to kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. For Baltimore, Charles, if you look back to this season, it was pretty interesting. They start 4-5. You think John Harbaugh may not be there. He's on thin ice. Joe Flacco's at quarterback. But then Lamar Jackson comes in, and everything changed. And their whole offense changed.
It certainly did because of the infusion of speed at the quarterback position. and throws the ball a little bit better from the pocket than maybe he got credit for. Has to get better at that. But I think people had to adjust because Joe Flacco as a quarterback, you knew where he would be every time. 3 to 5 steps behind center, you could go get him. With Lamar Jackson, he could be anywhere and make a big play. And how about that defense? Number 1 in the league in fewest yards allowed yet again.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Here's Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. They're spinning now. But I think the ball's out. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England? Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the 3rd team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. A very solid gain of 27.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. To throw is Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe able to get him for a loss of about 3. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Off play action. Newton. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Stop made there by Julius Peppers. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Gonna throw again. Forced out to his left. Looking for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Jackson now to throw again. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Do something.
To throw on second down is Newton.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Newton now to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Throwing is Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Jackson now down around his goal line. He gets away from one. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. To throw is Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Being chased out left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Panthers have recovered. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. Newton. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So he got free at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Eluding the pressure right. He uncorks it for Snead. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Mario Addison bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Julius Peppers. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Escaping and the pressure gets to him again. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They snap it to Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down. Back to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dontari Poe in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Jackson buying time to his left. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery in the final minute. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now it's Newton. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. First throw in overtime for Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by K1 short.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Crabtree. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. On second down, McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. This to win it in overtime. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and we will play on here in overtime. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. To Montgomery to begin the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flush to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Jackson now finds his target, Montgomery. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big 1st down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that 1st down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touch. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon, big and flat in the blanket. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, Collins breaks through the contact. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And now Jackson will look to throw it. But it's caught by Crabtree. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They go play action here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought, was a close vote, or probably should have been close closer to me because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserved some respect. But Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
4 down. Ready. Green, 90.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to pound it in with West. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gold. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll run it with Williams.
School football, because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there? Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. He may try and run for this. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yard.
And this is caught by Watkins for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major of the season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafin. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pauvin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pauvin. Way to go.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. 10 more there and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are in for 6. And it's up and good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England, but it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
It certainly is, and just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, Chief Weapons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill will be back. Travis Kelce will be back. Of course, Mahomes is the quarterback. The defense
looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there, a 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ty Montgomery, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They fake the give. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. 4th down, here's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs.